What's up, traders? Today, we're talking about how I made $5,600 this week across two groups of accounts. I'm going to break down the accounts that I'm trading, how I approach trading with prop firms, and I'm going to give you some insights into my strategy, my reads with VWAP, because they were really good this week. Especially at the end of the week, two trades went straight into profit, no drawdown. I'm going to show you how I used VWAP to get those trades set up and how I managed those trades and closed them in profit. So we got a lot to cover. Again, a $5,600 week is a good week. So there's probably some lessons here that we're going to pull that are going to help you make more money going forward. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is Austin Silver. Make sure you're subscribed. I drop tutorials all week and new podcasts for the day trading show every Saturday. Let's get into this recap now. If you're new, I use TradeZella here, as you can see, to track all my trades, do my back testing. Basically, everything that I do gets playbooked here in TradeZella. And as you can see, it's been a really good month. If you're a subscriber of the channel, you know on the 16th, I ended up losing one group of accounts. I had 5 instant funded accounts that I was trading all month up till the 16th, and I lost them on that day. That's why there's no data there. You lose the accounts, you can't get the data out. Then I took a red day, small red day on FOMC Wednesday, another red day on Thursday, but bounced back Friday to finish the week strong. Since Friday of last week, the 19th, I've been running really hot this week, a great win rate across the week, and also not taking a lot of trades. Tuesday was my most traded day. And like I said, we're going to go over each one of these days, but notice how I'm not taking a ton of trades, everybody. If I show you the two groups of accounts separately, these are the Ignite accounts. I actually took a max daily loss yesterday on these accounts. So they're still in profit, but a red day this week. Green this week overall, barely, but it's mainly red because of the big loss yesterday. That's the Ignite accounts. And then the instant funded accounts look like this. Since I started them after I lost the accounts Tuesday, Wednesday, I didn't trade them for FOMC. Red, like I showed you that Thursday, the 18th, but green every day since. The group of those 5 is up $6,000. I need to get each account up to $3,000 in profit here to take a $2,500 payout. 25 times 5, it'll be a $12,000 payout. With the Ignite accounts, these accounts, I have to only get them to $2,500 in profit each. And the payout here, I believe, is $1,000 per account. So that's another $6,000. So if all of these accounts get to payout, I'm looking at $18,000, $17,000 in payout from two groups here. So I'm really taking it seriously. I'm trying to not be greedy and not give into my overconfidence as I did a few weeks ago. I'm trying to really stack these things. Even if it takes me into Halloween, into the end of October to get them both to pay out, it'll be worth it for me. Now, I've taken $13,000 in payouts from Top 1 futures already. So if I could do this, this would literally double my total take, which would be awesome. So let's get into the trades. If you're here this far into the video, you're interested in learning how I trade. I stream every day on ASFX TV, and I also have a free course called Futures 101. Take some time. Again, if you're this far into my tutorial, you want to learn, take some time with this Futures 101 course, then get yourself into Futures 2.0. Then show up on Monday and tune into the live streams. You see, we stream every day here on ASFX TV. I'll put a link in the description to this video. There's also a link in my social media bio. You'll get a free month of this. We give you the courses for a month, the streams for a month, everything for a month, the Discord, everything. So you have plenty of time to see if you like it. If we are for you, which we are for many people, that's why we have so many good reviews on Trustpilot, then you'll stay. And if we're not for you, happy days. Good luck. 4.8 stars, 342 reviews. Very proud of that. So let's get into it. Monday, first trade, 9:15, pre-market on a Monday. The reason I traded pre-market Monday was because I really liked trading long with this 10-point stop off of the London session 3:30 a.m. London session low. I like the consolidation here. Knowing that we're going into a volatile moment, which is market open, we might get a pop. So as you can see, I was long at 67.05 for a 5-point move to 67.10. I took the long here, 67.05, out right here near opening range high, right in that initial pop. If I'm going to trade into market open and it gives me a quick win, I'm happily going to take that. Now, you'll notice a lot of my trades, I don't talk about risk reward. If you're still someone who's focused on risk reward, you're going to slow yourself down when it comes to payouts. Let go of worrying about risk reward, especially if you're following me. Instead, focus on getting a win rate that puts you in a probable expectancy for payouts and avoid big red days. That's the thing you should be focused on more, not getting 3R on all your trades or 2R on all your trades. No successful traders that I speak to that I've had on the podcast talk to me about R multiple very often. So first trade, like I showed you, pre-market 67.05 on Monday. Second trade long because the longs are working. So if longs are working down here, we'll keep working longs here. We're not going to fight the VWAPs. 67.19 to 67.24. That was this move right here in the second yellow circle. Now, Monday was one of those no news drifter days. We have nothing to sell us lower. There's no sellers and there's no news catalyst. So we're just going to drift higher, right? Natural market momentum is to drift higher. And that's what we got on a Monday. So it broke opening range, came back into the range, and then just took off. When we do that, you can run a handoff VWAP from the last touch of the New York VWAP. So we'll throw the handoff in green, and that was what set us up for the bounce play up at 67.19 for that second trade. So those were the two trades on Monday, and then this was the full day. You can see there could have even been a third long later here as it breaks that high of day VWAP. Austin, how do you know those are places we should look for trades? It's explained in Futures 101 and 2.0. The way you'll trade with VWAP is explained in the free course. That's why it's free. We want you to understand that stuff before you come to stream with us. So this was Monday, a beautiful drifting day, did well to capitalize, got myself up $819. Then we go to Tuesday. Tuesday, another $800 day, two trades here. First trade on Tuesday, let me get rid of all these. First trade on Tuesday was a short at 9:57 in the morning. So I don't get into the chop while it's setting the opening range. I let the opening range set. I say that on stream all the time. I wait for the first 15 minutes to trade, so I give myself levels to use. Now, you can see first break of opening range was just a pin. It pinned and came right back in. When it did that and it showed me resistance here, 5-point stop at opening range high, I'm going to short that underneath New York VWAP when we are under it, and I'm going to look for a move down into the opening range low. This is a textbook mid-range trade. Again, it's explained in Futures 101 and Futures 2.0. I'll put a link for both of those down in the description. You get a free month to study. You'll learn this mid-range entry that usually comes between 9:45 and 10:15, 10:30. It could come later in the day too. But these mid-range trades have stop at opening range high, target at opening range low. Or if it was a long, you would look for vice versa. Stop at the bottom, take profit at the top. So I'm in the trade, 5-point stop, 4.5-point take profit. In at 51, out at 48. I don't even get the full 4.5 or 5 points, but I'll take it. As soon as I see it hit this level, I know I'm getting out of this thing because I know it can bounce. That's exactly what it did. So I was happy with that. Very quick scalp, 10 minutes, not even, start stacking the green for the day. Then I got it again. So if I get it here at 51.75 and it worked, buyers tried to step in. They could not make a new high. So we're still making now lower highs here. I take the short right there, 51.25 down to 49, right back into that low. So I hit it once, I hit it twice. I think this is another really important lesson. I don't need to sit in this to here and deal with this drawdown, which comes very close to the stop. I can look at this like two trades. That's what I want you guys to do. One, boom. Two, boom. See ya. Done for the day by 10:30 in the morning. Done. Now, we'll go through these markups too. Because again, if you're watching this far in, you want to learn. This was another beautiful retest. So you work the 52, you work the 51, then you can work the 49. Once it's making these new lows, you're not looking for longs. You're looking for retests of VWAP for another move down to the next key VWAP. So that was a really nice move in the afternoon on Tuesday. Did not take that. And I pointed this out to our people on stream. Monday's high was here. Overnight, it was just sideways. Don't get sucked into these amateurish longs at market open. See them as too obvious. Wait for the break and retest and trade the retest. It's a much higher probability trade. Or short it. See the shorts, take advantage of the shorts. And that's what we did. So again, here were the two trades, 51.75 and 51.25 down into the 48.49 level. I don't need all the move. I just need green every day. That's the goal. So that was Tuesday, another $800 day across the 5 accounts and the 6 accounts in 2 separate groups. Hadn't traded the ignites yet on Monday or Tuesday. As you can see, it's just the instant fundeds. Wednesday, now we're going to trade both. So we hit this first trade Wednesday, 67.11 to 67.04. So I'm short here at 67.11 and I'm out here at 67.04. This was probably the longest trade of the week. You can see I'm in it at 10 o'clock and I'm out of it by 11:30. All sellers since market open. This is 9:30 market open over here. All sellers here. What do? Well, some people will try to buy. That's silly. It's going to just be making lower highs right now. Until we get a break of the New York VWAP and a retest, and this dark blue line, everybody, is the New York VWAP, we need that break and retest to get long. So we're short here, hoping we go back into the lows. We don't, but we also don't have buyers really stepping in. It's just sellers playing around this VWAP. And then here's where buyers finally start to make their stand. So we say to ourselves, okay, if we retest and start to hold and make higher lows, moving higher here, this might be dead. But we don't. It's literally a quick jab and sellers step right back in. And that's when we finally accelerate lower. So it took a little bit of time, but it was an easy trade to sit through on stream with everybody because we did not get any information. We were just shooting the shit talking about sports because you didn't get any new information. Just because it's sideways doesn't mean you're wrong. So that was the first trade, locked out on the instant fundeds. And then I bought the sell-off down here on the Ignite accounts. I scalped this for like 6 points. Big sell-off into the afternoon. 12:15 candle starts to be bullish. I scalped it for 4 or 5 minutes and caught a little long. That was literally it. Small little scalp on that. But I wrote in here, it took 90 minutes from setting low of day from when it finally broke the low of day VWAP and fell over. Here's that low of day. When it finally breaks and falls over, this is actually where we can look to add into this trade that I was in. So that's where I challenge myself to still grow and still get better. So there's Wednesday. Yesterday, $1,200, $1,250. First trade, beautiful. Nailed this thing. Opening range low and high set in. It's all sellers at the open. New York VWAP is pointing down. Overnight VWAP is pointing down. So you see the sellers, but you're coming into a key level. There's a target of orders up above at 66.60, right at that overnight VWAP. We didn't even break opening range low. So when buyers step in, sellers retake it, but can't make a new low out of the range. That gets me very interested to see that range low hold and come higher. Also, you'll notice on this trade Thursday and then the trade today I'm going to show you from Friday, I'm getting in right at the 15-minute candle start. So I know within the first 15 minutes of the trade if I'm right or wrong usually. I really do like that. So I take this trade long at 10 o'clock, right at 10 a.m. Target is at 66.60. I'm long at 40, so I'm looking at like 20 points. I will absolutely risk 12 to get 20. And I put the stop out here because if this breaks opening range low, I don't want to be long here, right? I'll wait till we then come back higher and I'll get long again. So I took the longs here at 38.75, out at 59.75, 38 to 59. Really, really good trade. So that was the first trade. That put me up 352 on the instant fundeds. And then after we consolidated all afternoon, I went and did my workout with my personal trainer in the garage, did the whole thing. And I only did it in the garage because my basement gym isn't finished yet. Wait till you guys see that. It's going to be sick. But you can see we consolidated these highs. Highs are set way back here at 1030. So I take it short from 68 to 61, 7 points. I risked 7 with a stop at the high, and I took 7 back into opening range high. So I'm short using the high of day VWAP as resistance. If the high of day VWAP was to be broken and retested and moved off of that purple VWAP, I wouldn't want it anymore. But this target of opening range high is a perfect level for us to see it slow down at. It's exactly what it did before it bounced. So I think this was another good one, just seeing the market super well, right? Sprinkling a little green. I make 350 on the first trade. I make $100 on the second trade. Just sprinkle a little green. And then this was the long that I took on the Ignite accounts. That was the max daily loss yesterday. High of day VWAP break, looking for extension into the next key VWAP, full loss here at opening range high. That maybe played into why I then flipped my bias when it couldn't move higher a few hours later and I shorted it on the other accounts. So max daily loss, minus 250 on the 6 Ignites, but green, very green on the instant fundeds. All of this is with Top 1 Futures. If you are not with Top 1 Futures, I'll put a link in the description to the video and a discount code, ASFX. That'll save you money on your instant fundeds, your challenge accounts, anything you do with Top 1. Now, today's trades, again, just beautiful. Market pops at the open, but we pop into 2 key VWAPs. Yellow VWAP is all-time high, which was from Monday, and red VWAP, which is start of month. So we pop and make that first break of opening range high. We know that first break does not usually run all day. So the fact that we're at these 2 key VWAPs and it's doing that first break that doesn't usually run, I'm not long at all. I'm looking for this to come down. So we see it move lower, but I didn't take any trade on stream. Tanner was trying to be long. I didn't want to fade him, so I just stayed out of it. Comes right back to previous day VWAP and bounces. When it bounces like this, straight up into the VWAP, but we have sellers making new lows here, I'm going to look to short that as the VWAP bounce trade. So I got short at 76 and I'm out at 61. Straight cash, just like yesterday's trade. Notice I'm getting in right at 10:45, right at the 15-minute candle. I'll know within 15 minutes if this is going to break New York VWAP and go higher or if it's going to move lower. And what I said on stream was that if this comes lower into these lows, into this VWAP, and I don't take this move, I'll say it was a miss. That's what it says right here in my notes. And that's why you know you need to be in the trade. We make new lows out of the opening range. It's a broken at the top, then broken at the bottom. We could absolutely see another leg down. So I have to be short in here. It's worth the risk with the stop up at those 2 key VWAPs near opening range high up there. So that was the first trade today. Beautiful long. Comes in here after that. So we take shorts here, and then we take longs at 86, out at 92. Buyers finally step in, triple bottom here, higher low here, New York VWAP break. I get in here right after my workout finishes at 12:45, and I scalp it from 86 right into opening range high, 92. Oh, you had a huge stop loss, Austin. Yeah, I trade with negative risk reward. I have a good win rate, and it works for me. So it's been a really good month. And now hopefully through this recap, you guys can take some key lessons. This was the short, if you wanted to see that we could have taken off the 2 key VWAPs through the New York VWAP. So, but thank you for watching all the way through. If you stayed all the way through, hopefully you learned a lot. Comment below and let me know what you took out of the video. Hopefully we'll get these accounts over the line to pay out next month. We have to, right? I burned 5 this month, but other than that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's been a really good month. So I'm trying to lean into confidence, but not get overconfident. So stay subscribed, stay with me. I'll keep the recap videos coming, and I'll see you guys on Saturday for a new episode of the podcast.